Yo, what is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome back to the channel. You already know who it is, y'all. It's LT DA GAWD, and today I want to talk to y'all about Game 2 between the Memphis Grizzlies and the San Antonio Spurs. Now, I don't know if you guys know about this or know about what happened after the game, where David Fizdale came out and said, you know, the refs were complete shit pretty much. And in my opinion, he was completely right. I'm going to tell you why, man. He said that the problem he had was that the Memphis Grizzlies, they took a lot of shots in the paint, as did the Spurs. But the Grizzlies took more shots in the paint than the Spurs, but ended up with much less free throws than the Spurs. And Kawhi Leonard himself had more free throws than that whole Memphis Grizzlies team. And that is where the problem I have with the officials come into play. The officiating in this game was so lopsided. It was so apparent. And I don't know, nothing's going to happen. The NBA isn't going to, start reffing in favor of the Memphis Grizzlies. But it's shit like this that really pisses me off, where the refs get away with this shit all the time, and every time a player speaks out about it, they always get in trouble. Like, why can't these refs be held accountable? Why is it that refs can make mistakes all game long, and next thing you know, they're reffing the very next game without suffering any repercussions or without suffering any consequences for their terrible officiating? Now, granted, I understand refereeing is not an easy task. You're not going to be able to see everything on the court, because everything's happening so fast. But a lot of the times, like in the game yesterday, they were giving a lot of 50-50 calls to the Spurs way regardless, and I felt like that was not fair at all. It just wasn't fair. Now, granted, dog, the Spurs have blown them out at one point in time, okay? They were giving them the business once again. But in that second half, the Memphis Grizzlies, they were fighting, man. They were fighting back from a deficit. But every time they started gaining some type of momentum, it felt like a bogus call just happened out of the blue that hurt them, and it made it tougher for them to even, try to tie the game back up. But, salute to David Fizdale. He did have a point. I love when coaches call up the officiating. All the great coaches have in the past. And for those who say Pop would never do this, y'all need to shut the fuck up, because a lot of y'all dick ride Greg Popovich so fucking much nowadays. I don't know where all this love came from out of nowhere, but everyone just dick rides Pop, and they dick ride the Spurs organization as if the Spurs are the only team that ever won, or the Spurs are the only organization with class. Like, there's a lot of classy organizations within the league, but I feel like the Spurs always gets thrown in our faces, and Popovich especially is being thrown in our faces as the standard for what the NBA organizations should be striving to be. Alright, but let's get into some of these stats real quick, man. Starting off, Kawhi Leonard was balling, okay? Granted, he had 19 free throws and made all 19 of them. He dropped a 37-piece McNugget with extra sauce, okay? Now, some of these calls were definitely superstar calls, okay? We're not gonna get that. We're not gonna, we're not gonna go away from that. The boy was getting a lot of superstar calls. I know Kawhi Leonard's good. He came, he's come a long way since he entered the league. Man, a lot of the calls he was getting was some straight up bullshit. Okay, let's keep it real, straight up bullshit. And I mean, he went 9 for 14, but a lot of the shots that he was gifted were, they called fouls on him. So, but he dropped 37 points nonetheless, even with the 19 free throws. He only took 2 threes though, which is very surprising, but he didn't make them. So he had 37. Outside of that, it was only like 4 more Spurs that scored double digits, and it wasn't really like a lot in double digits, man. It really wasn't. No one really on the Spurs outside of Kawhi was really impressive. I mean, the team played great, don't get me wrong, but down the stretch they had a lot of help. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that they did get to have a lot of help. And on the Grizzlies side, man, oh man, oh man, Zach Randolph balled last night. Okay, he had 18 points, 10 rebounds. But he did not have a single free throw, which is crazy to me because that guy plays damn near exclusively in the paint. So there's no reason why he shouldn't have had any type of free throws. You feel me? It's no reason why he can't have a single free throw. You know what I'm saying? You know, Marcus Gasol, he played great in the first game, but the second game he only scored 12 points. He was 4 for 15 from the field. That's not gonna cut it against the Spurs team. I don't know what it was, but he just couldn't get it going. I think a lot of it had to do with he plays, you know, majority in the paint too. Sometimes he'll stretch out for the midi or the 3-ball, but he's a majority of paint scorer, and he just couldn't get to the line either. Like, he shot only 4 free throws when he took 15 shots. So that's kind of, you know, you look at the numbers and it's like, I feel like he should have much more free throws than that, just because of the fact that he plays damn near exclusively in the paint. You know, Vince Carter, old ass, he gave him a 12-piece. Vince Carter was playing really good defense on Kawhi. Mind you, Vince Carter's like 40. Like, I saw an instance where Kawhi was trying to show off his handle. He was pretty much doing a 2K cheese when you just spam moves and Vince wasn't going nowhere. Vince had the boy on clamps, and he eventually had to pass out of it because Vince had him locked. Man, I was very surprised and impressed. Like, yo, Vince, he's playing some good defense. But then again, Kawhi Leonard was literally just dribbling in place. Like, his handle is not as good as people try to say it is. Like, he's not going to shake that many guys. And he couldn't shake a 40-year-old Vince Carter. So, his handle isn't that great, guys. Like, don't be trying to gas him up. But, man, outside of pretty much their big three in Conley, Gasol, and Randolph, they didn't get much contribution from other players. Like, their, the 2-guard, Sheldon, what's his first name? Wayne Sheldon, I'm pretty sure. He gave them 0 points as a starter. Granted, he only played like 18 minutes with 0 points, bro. You know, they expected more out of you if you're going to start, man. That's probably why he didn't play that many minutes, because he didn't score that much. And along with that, outside of Zach Randolph, the bench didn't really get him much. I think outside of Randolph, the bench scored 13 points. That's not gonna cut it for the Spurs team, because the Spurs bench, you know, they get buckets off the bench for the most part. But Kawhi was the real reason that the Spurs were able to pull this off. Well, Kawhi and the refs, just keep it real. They had a lot of, like I said, they had a lot of help down the stretch. But Memphis got to get the offense together. I said that before the series started, that, you know, the Grizzlies' offense is pretty shit, and that was going to cause them problems going forward. Like, they're making the Spurs defense look a lot better than it is, just because they cannot score worth a damn. They cannot score worth a damn. So I think this offseason they're going to really have to get some guys in there, or a new philosophy as far as how they're going to run the offense. The offense is very old school and traditional, but they don't have enough people around that can really contribute in other ways, you know what I'm saying? So they really going to have to make some moves this offseason to try to fix that, alright? Well, that's enough for me talking. You know, I've been talking way too long. I went way too long. If you guys are new to the channel, as always, if you could hit that sub button for me. You know, I post NBA videos like this every day, as well as the NBA 2K videos. And you hit that sub button, just join the family, and, you know, just watch the videos. You'll know when I post videos if you hit the bell, if you didn't already know. So sub to me if you could. Also, if you stayed this long and heard me rambling on for forever now, might as well hit the like button for me, show some support to the homie. You know, I always appreciate it, and I'm always grateful for those who choose to do that for me. And comment below what you guys think of this game 2, man. Let me know what you guys think of the game 2, as well as what do you think is going to happen going forward into game 3. Are the Grizzlies going to get more foul calls in the next game? Me personally, I think they might actually. And I think they'll probably play a little bit better being back home. They'll probably still lose, but it ain't going to be, you know, as much of a blowout as it been these past 2 games, in my opinion, alright? So, yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next video, alright? Peace.